It's time for Upon Further Review.
All right, so we always talk about the cautionary tale that Greece is for America, but look at our mounting debt is right now on the same trajectory that brought Greece over the cliff and to this abyss of the unknown. We know the numbers, and we've become somewhat immune to them. Now these days you say 18 trillion, and we kind of ignore it. But why? I mean, and by the way, what's really driving it? Because we want to look beyond the numbers, right? And this is the bottom line. We have become the ultimate welfare utopia, and it is not cheap. Toss in Obamacare, retirement benefits, housing allowances, and scores of other programs. Yes, they're designed to help Americans, and you understand why we spend hundreds of billions of dollars every single year, more than we take in as a nation. How do you stem that tide? How do you tell people, hey, we're going to cut it out because we do love you? All right, Scotty, you brought up the 18 trillion, and politicians talk about it all the time. But how do you convince the American public the best thing for them is not to give them all these goodies?
That's a great thing. It's one of those things, please cut them, but don't cut me. Social Security will be bankrupt by 2029, Medicare by 2026. That seems like that's a long way away. It's not. Then, yeah, I can sit there and say, cut him, but don't cut, cut his things, but not myself. The Republicans are the most guilty of this. We're quick to say, cut the entitlements of others, but by golly, please make sure you
That's
keep
the
mine.
classic dilemma in D.C. when it comes to defense spending and other spending. But, by the same token, Eric, this is the problem Mitt Romney ran into. I talk to people, we talk about government gifts. Some people would say a rich person getting a deduction on their mortgage is a hell of a gift versus a crappy $69 Obama phone. But having said that, though, ultimately, it does add up. It does add up. And there's no way we can continue to encourage or pay people not to work or encourage or pay people not to be better.
One of my problems,
that's what I'm worried about.
One problem I have is people who get money and don't work. We have to force people to do something for their money. They can volunteer. They can go to the library.
What about join the military? What about clean up these streets?
Not necessarily join the military. That's way.
No, it's not. No, it's not. If you can take money from your country, you can defend it.
And you can. But for the average person who is getting welfare benefits, they need to do something at least 20 hours a week. I go to work every day. I know everyone on the stage.
By the way, we were just talking about Donald Trump and immigration. I don't think people understand why we have an immigration problem. It's because we pay people not to work. So illegals come over and do a lot of this stuff. If we will stop paying people not to work, this would be a moot point, right? You're from Alabama. A couple of years ago, Alabama, they're going to put in the strongest immigration policies ever. 24 hours before their policy goes in, and everybody left. I mean, every Mexican, Hispanic, everybody left. The next day, the catfish operator, the catfish farms were empty. And you know what? I was down there. I was riding my bike. I saw porches of guys, strong guys, sitting on porches playing boom boxes. What the hell's going on? The catfish guy needs you to go over there and work, and you're playing your boom box because you're getting paid. That's the crazy part about it.
But if he gets paid the same amount of money to sit there, listen to the boombox or work his tail off, potentially make more money for his family, support his family, move his way up, but they choose the short term, they choose to sit on their butt and listen to
So why can't somebody come out there and say, guys, this is stupid, we are killing ourselves, this is self-defeating?
Take it away.
Well, this is why we are going to have a Republican in the White House very shortly, and that's what we have to look at.
How does a Republican get in there? How does a Republican tell these kids on the porch, I call them kids, 22-year-old kids, 27, hey, get off the porch and go down and shuck some catfish.
And get elected. Here's the thing. You sit there and talk about, well, that's the thing. You sit there and talk about Trump insulting the immigrants. Would you like to be the politician to go and say, by the way, I'm going to reduce your welfare benefits? Have you had a politician say it and show it and actually get elected?
But we have to show people how it will benefit the United States. So we're giving away so much money.
We have to articulate it.